The United States announced Friday that Israel and Syria agreed to a ceasefire after days of violence in Ceuta, a Druze-majority region, where over 300 people were killed. Earlier in the week, Israel carried out airstrikes in Damascus and southern Syria, claiming to protect the Druze minority. U.S. Ambassador to Turkey Tom Barak said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa reached the agreement with support from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, backed by Turkey, Jordan, and others. On Saturday, al-Sharaa's office confirmed an immediate ceasefire in Ceuta, deploying Interior Ministry forces. Al-Sharaa praised Arab and U.S. mediation but criticized Israeli airstrikes, blaming armed Druze groups for escalating violence against Bedouins. He warned Syria would not be divided by sectarianism. Israel has not confirmed the truce. Foreign Minister Gideon Saar accused al-Sharaa of blaming Druze victims and called for international guarantees to protect Syria's minorities. Renewed clashes between Druze and Bedouin groups have left hundreds dead and displaced tens of thousands. Meanwhile, dozens of Druze from Israel crossed into Syria, clashing with Israeli troops near Majd al-Shams. Israel, despite opposing Syrian troop deployment in the south, is allowing temporary intervention to end violence. Syria's government announced on Saturday that it has removed Bedouin fighters from the predominantly Druze city of Ceuta and declared an end to the violent clashes there. The announcement came just hours after security forces were deployed to the tense southern region. The move follows a ceasefire order issued by President Ahmed al-Sharaa between Bedouin and Druze groups. This truce comes alongside a separate U.S.-brokered agreement designed to prevent further Israeli military intervention in the conflict. Earlier in the day, reports surfaced of machine gun fire in Ceuta and mortar shelling in nearby villages, though no casualties were reported. According to Interior Ministry spokesperson Noor Aldan Baba, the fighting stopped after intensive efforts to enforce the ceasefire and deploy security forces in the northern and western parts of Ceuta province. He confirmed that Ceuta, located in the west of the province, has now been completely cleared of tribal fighters and that clashes within the city's neighborhoods have ended. The ceasefire marks a significant attempt to stabilize the region, which has seen rising tensions between Druze and Bedouin groups amid broader unrest in southern Syria. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that Ukrainian forces lost over 1,195 soldiers in the Special Operations Zone over the past day. Losses included 155 troops in the north sector, 230 in the west, 125 in the south, 450 in the center, 190 in the east, and 45 in the Dnepr sector. In the north, Russian units improved positions and struck Ukrainian brigades near Verikino, Rizevka, Yablanovka, Unikovka, Alexievka, and Kondratovka, as well as near Gadish and Volchansk, destroying an armored vehicle, 3 trucks, for artillery guns, and an ammunition depot. In the west, Russian forces advanced near Kupiansk, Sinkovka, and Novy Mir and Korovi Yar, Karpovka, and Torskoy, eliminating 2 armored vehicles, 18 trucks, 2 artillery pieces, a U.S.-made lightweight counter-mortar radar, 2 electronic warfare stations, and 7 ammunition depots. In the south, Russian strikes near Seversk, Chasov Yar, and Belia Gora destroyed 2 artillery pieces, a fuel depot, and a material depot. In the center, east, and Dnepr sectors, Ukraine lost several armored vehicles, over 28 trucks, 7 artillery guns, 3 electronic warfare systems, radars, and multiple depots. NASA is preparing to launch a new mission, Tandem Reconnection and Cusp Electrodynamics Reconnaissance Satellites, to low Earth orbit to study magnetic storms and their effects on Earth's atmosphere and satellites. The mission includes 2 satellites flying in a sun-synchronous orbit, passing over polar cusps, regions where Earth's magnetic field opens up to space. These satellites will investigate magnetic reconnection, a process where solar wind disrupts magnetic field lines, releasing energy that drives charged particles into the atmosphere, often creating auroras. Tandem reconnection and cusp electrodynamics reconnaissance satellites will launch no earlier than late July and aim to improve our understanding of how space weather impacts satellites, power grids, communication systems, and astronauts. A key advantage of tandem reconnection and cusp electrodynamics reconnaissance satellites is its twin satellite design. By flying close together, they can collect data just minutes apart, offering a more dynamic picture of changing space conditions, something single satellites can't provide. The satellites will measure magnetic and electric fields and track ions and electrons in the magnetosphere. Tandem reconnection and cusp electrodynamics reconnaissance satellites will work alongside other NASA missions like the Magnetospheric Multiscale Mission and PUNCH. With a $170 million budget, tandem reconnection and cusp electrodynamics reconnaissance satellites will launch aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9. Scientists hope it will help protect critical systems from future solar storms. Subscribe to Insight News to stay up to date with the most important news from around the world.